Hey everyone, and welcome to another bite-sized sex talk with Candi. And this is a place where we like to take away the stigma away from sexuality topics every Wednesday. So don't forget to click on that little bell and subscribe if you haven't already. And today we'll be talking about circumcision. So there is a lot of stigma, almost I would say just as much as there is for women and pubic hair, towards men and if they're circumcised or not, and we're going to tackle that subject today. Firstly, we're going to be talking about what it looks like, the difference between a circumcised or uncircumcised, and what generally people seem to think, and the stigma around it, and then we're going to actually tackle the truth behind it. So first, so the difference being a uncircumcised penis means that there's foreskin over the head of the penis, and when the male becomes aroused, then the foreskin pulls back and the head of the penis is exposed. Whereas with a uncircumcised penis, the extra foreskin is cut off, and so the head of the penis is always exposed. Now, there's a lot of misconception around this, thinking that uncircumcised, and this is coming actually from not just women but also men I've spoken to about this. They seem to think that uncircumcised means unclean penises, and they just generally think it's really gross, and I kid you not, they have said ew. But the reality is, as long as you learn how to clean your penis properly, which you should be doing anyways, and shame on you parents if you're not teaching your kids how to clean your penises, because this is actually something that's true, I know this for a fact. I digress. Then you are fine. So you just need to pull your foreskin back and make sure you clean the inside of your penis, because that's where smegma can build up and other bacteria and stuff, which can lead to infections and things like that. So as long as it's clean, there is nothing wrong. So do not think that there is anything wrong with you if you are not circumcised. Another thing is, in today's day and age, I personally do not feel that little baby boys should be circumcised regardless of faith or not. There is nothing that proves that having an uncircumcised penis just for religious reasons stops them from masturbating, because it doesn't. Is cleaner, because it's not true. This was true long ago, back in the Bible, all of this kind of stuff that was, part of the Old Testament, and all of these things being added in was because people were dying, okay? The reason why this was there was so that people were clean and didn't start dying left, right, and center from things because they couldn't actually bathe, right? So the idea that for some reason in today's society that is cleaner is absolutely ridiculous, and we need to stop this. It is actually genital baby mutilation, and unless the child is old enough to make their own decisions as an adult that they want to get circumcised, no one should be touching their penises, all right? I rant. I'm sorry. I am off that soapbox, but it bothers me so much that we're still circumcising boys today. Absolutely ridiculous, okay? I don't care if it's faith-based or not. So does it affect the size of the penis? The answer is no. It just makes the flaccid penis look larger when you're uncircumcised. Does it affect the overall appearance? No, just one has the foreskin and one doesn't. Does it affect the approach of hygiene? Like I said, no, as long as yes, as long as you clean it a little bit more. You got to pull the foreskin back and make sure you clean inside your penis, because that's where things can build up. Does it affect sexual sensitivity? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say 100% yes. A guy that is uncircumcised definitely has a more sensitive penis because they have the foreskin covering it all the time than somebody that doesn't. Does it affect lubrication? Yes. So a guy that has foreskin actually has a little bit more lubrication than a guy that does not. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Just use some lube. Does it affect sperm count or overall fertility? No. Does it affect your risk of infections? So for the first year of life for babies, urinary tract infections are kind of high for ones that are uncircumcised. And for men that are cut, it reduces the risk of contracting sexually transmitted infections like genital herpes. There is also a 50 to 60% less likely to contract human, so HPV from a female partner. Go figure. Does it affect your risk of penile cancer? In this study, it says that uncut men are generally at a higher risk of developing cancer because they're more prone to smegma. And these are risk factors for penile cancer. So men that are cut, although research is still ongoing, women whose partners are cut may be less likely to develop cervical cancer. And the bottom line is, honestly, it's your choice, and I really do think it's a choice, and we shouldn't be doing this to little boys anymore, okay? Good. I'm glad we got that sorted out. So remember, we're going to be talking about this tomorrow on stream. If you haven't joined the Candi Fam community, please definitely go check us out on Twitch. We'll also have a podcast about this, so follow me on all my socials if you haven't already, and I will see you guys over on this video. All right, see you guys there. Bye!